What's up, friends? Happy 2026. Happy New Year, guys. Y'all made it. And speaking of, let's get into, let's pull a card and see what you guys need to be leaving behind in 2025. Leave it there, left it there, poof, it's gone. Okay? So it's a collective. This is going to be a collective message. I will be doing all 12 of the signs, so make sure you guys check that out on my page, on my bio. Okay? And if you want to get into even deeper of a reading for 2026, then make sure you click on my YouTube link in my bio as well. All right, so let's get into it. For the collective, what should we be leaving behind in 2025? Here we go. We got Justice here, okay? Justice is Libra energy, and it is also an energy where things are fair and balanced, all right? Now, on the bottom, we do have the Magician here. Okay, so in other words, I'm feeling intuitively, and I just heard that it is time for us to, not blame others. It's time for the karma to come in for what is to be, receive whatever we deserve. Because whatever we've been trying to get, whatever we feel like is fair in life, whatever we feel like we deserve, we have to manifest it as the Magician. Okay? So we have Libra energy here and we have Gemini energy here. These are both air signs. So it's time for us to do some rethinking, switching our perspective. I would definitely say that with the Swords energy here. And it's time for us to bring in our own justice, reverse our karma if we feel like things have not been going good for us. I'll say that. So we're leaving that behind in 2025. We're leaving behind the feeling of things are not fair. Make things fair for you. Okay, make things fair for yourself going into 2026. Be the Magician. Okay, definitely step into this energy, embody this energy, because you can do anything that you want to do. You guys know this, right? All right, so with that being said, I will see you over on the other side. Sending you light, love, positive vibes, collective, family, friends. Happy New Year. Welcome back to Tarot Stations. I am Saida. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm getting ready to go into the 12 signs to see what each sign needs to be definitely leaving behind. Consider it trash, tomato, okay? So understand that, this isn't a reading that's going to be placing blame, pointing the finger. This is just, bringing some reality to, something that you may I ain't even gonna say may, something that you definitely need to leave in 2025, because it just may be holding you back, is what I was going to say. It may be definitely causing delays in your life. It may be that one particular thing standing in between you and your desired destiny. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with Capricorns. All right, so shout out to the Capricorns because it is Capricorn season. Happy birthday, Cap. Hope you guys are doing your big one. Hope you out here goating all over the place. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it because you guys bringing in a new year. So let's see, what do you guys need to leave behind as a collective, Capricorn collective? What do they need to be leaving behind, Spirit guides, please? And thank you. We got the Six of Swords coming out. Okay, so Six of Swords, y'all. This is energy. First and foremost, you can see what he's doing on a card. He's leaving. He's bailing out. Peace, I'm out of here. A lot of times when we get into this type of energy, we are definitely seeking peace. Okay, we want to get away from the drama. We want to shut out the noise. So it's not a bad card, to be honest. It's not a bad energy to even have. But if you jump into this energy, or you embody this runner energy every time there's a challenge you face, every time something doesn't go how you expected it to go, then you are avoiding, you are running from your challenges. So Capricorn, you definitely need to face your challenges this year in 2026, leaving behind the Six of Swords. On the bottom, we do have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is a very fast and impulsive energy. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to definitely kick into gear in 2026. Embody the energy of getting to the point, doing something right then and there. No procrastination, no second guessing, none of that, no doubts. So don't run, don't always, I'm out of here because it's uncomfortable for me. I don't like how this is set up. No, it's time to face those challenges this year and thrive, okay? Go ahead first with confidence, with that, that youthful boldness, because that's what that Knight is. It's a very youthful energy, and it's very bold and confident. It's fearless, okay? So definitely stepping into more of a fearless energy here. All right, Kat. So now I'm going to pull a card to see how you could go about if you're having some trouble and you're like, okay, what is it? What is making me run? Why am I always, like, I'm out of here, I don't have time for this type of energy, So let's see, how can you release this Six of Swords energy when it comes to things that you need to face? What will help you? Capricorn, please and thank you. What will help in spirit, guys? Oh, it says fairness, guys. Fairness. Okay, and there's a message on the back, but I'm going to just read the affirmation. It says, I am fair in my judgment and treatment of others. I treat others as I wish to be treated. So you guys need to be fair. So in other words, as I just said, when things do not go as you plan, or they do not go, the way you want them to go, don't be like, okay, I'm out of here. This is stressing me out. I don't like it, running and stuff. It's like, be fair. Okay, make sure you are... protect your peace always. Six of Swords is a protect the peace energy. But don't be sitting up here like trying to shield yourself from the truth, okay? Or from the reality of things. Be fair. All right, so that would definitely assist you right there. Step one. Step one. Being fair to yourself as well. Being fair to others. Being fair in any type of situation. You understand? Okay. Now let's see how this is playing out for some of you, because you may be like, well, I'm always fair. When am I unfair? How am I unfair? Let's see. Let's get a T card now for the collective of the Caps. How are they unfair? How is this playing out in their reality, spirit guys? Please and thank you. In your relationships, Bunny and Clyde. In your relationships, if you're not in a relationship and you're single, in any type of love connection, interest, if you are single, I'm sure at some point you have dated, if not been in a relationship. So it's like, were you fair in that relationship? Were things balanced? Okay. And not just on your side. Make sure people are treating you fair as well. But I know Capricorns personally could be a little bit stubborn sometimes. Wanting things to go their way. So being very goat-headed. I'm in charge. Follow me. I got this. No, you guys have to be fair. And you definitely need to be fair in your love connections or your partnerships. Okay, guys. So that is that. Now I'm going to get one wisdom card for you, Capricorn. All right. And on the bottom it says tiptoeing. So if you guys specifically... as I said, in your relationships or love connections, period. But, for some of you, that definitely talks about tiptoeing and sneaking and third-party situations. So that's going to be very specific for how somebody is being unfair, stepping outside of the relationship. All right. So as I said, it's going to be, it's not to point to blame or to cast any type of judgment, because nobody's perfect, including myself. But we calling it out for each and every sign. All right, guys? So I'm going to get a wisdom message for you. This is what comes in for you after you definitely release this unfairness, this running when things don't go your way. So I'm looking at slow down here. Slow down. So I feel like if you've been feeling like you have to be there for everybody, if you feel like you have to be in a rush or be responsible, taking the leadership, which is very natural for you, Cap. But once you begin to make things fair, then I feel like intuitively there won't be so many things on your shoulder. There won't be so much weight on your shoulder, so many responsibilities and priorities. You will be able to slow down, is what Spirit is saying. It says the angels would like to introduce you to the art of just being, being in the present moment. It says there are many things we can rediscover by slowing down and not always rushing to get things done. Walk slowly, pay attention to every step, leave time for conversation, eat slow, be deliberately aware of your actions. All right? So slow down so that you can pay attention to what you are doing, so that you can evaluate situations from a fair perspective. And I really feel like, too, let me say this before I let you guys go, definitely share the responsibility. Once you begin to create fairness for yourself and for others, and let them take on some of that responsibility that I know you guys are carrying around all the time, you will not be feeling rushed. You will not be feeling tired or stressed. You will be able to slow down. Okay, Cap, so that is for you, for what you're leaving in 2025 and embodying for 2026. All right, guys. So happy birthday. Continue to enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one. Now for the Aquarius Collective. Aquarius Collective. What no longer serves you guys? What is the baggage that you need to leave behind? The energy you need to leave behind in 2025? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you. Alright, so we got the Hermit popping out. This is Virgo energy. Okay, I don't want to say it's a Virgo person, but it could be significant. But this is definitely isolation. So some of you need to get out. Some of you need to come out in whatever way that resonates for you, Aquarius. Some of you may be in the house a lot. Some of you may not be as social. Some of you may not be letting people in emotionally. So apply it as it applies. But on the bottom, we do have the Page of Cups, which is an emotional energy. This is how someone feels. Okay, this is also the energy of someone who has feelings for someone else, and maybe it's brand new. If it's not brand new, maybe it's the beginning of these feelings. But I definitely feel like for some of you, with this Hermit being here, it's like Aquarius, you need to get outside, you need to come out, you need to let that person in. I heard that too, because I feel like somebody has definitely been wanting to reach out to you, especially if you are single. If you are in a relationship, I would definitely say that maybe you need to just open up in your relationships. We're going to dive deeper into this just in a second. But first and foremost, though, just as tarot is speaking, y'all need to get out, because if you're single and you're ready to mingle, how you going to meet them inside? Okay, others of you, somebody maybe needs to let their guard down and let a particular person, and you may already know this person. Okay, some of you may have somebody that's been trying to somebody's been trying to somebody sees you like, oh wow, they're not even seeing you clearly. So if you are a toxic person, Aquarius, they wouldn't even care, they wouldn't even notice, because somebody's definitely like all wrapped up. But yeah, some of you definitely need to leave behind this isolation, okay, to go into an energy where you can receive love, open up to love. Some of you need to forgive. I also feel like, because the Page of Cups could be an energy where somebody wants to apologize. So let's see what is really going on here. Releasing this Hermit energy, releasing isolation, okay, releasing being alone, or the feeling of being alone. Maybe somebody feels like an outcast. How can Aquarius go about leaving this energy behind? What would help them leave this energy behind? Spirit guides, please and thank you. Okay, gratitude, guys. At the bottom it says the affirmation is, I am grateful for all the people who care for me and enrich my life. I am grateful for the wonderful and varied world around me and the chance to live in it. So you guys need to be grateful overall. Some of you need to be grateful for your lovers, grateful for your, I'm just going to just break it down and say grateful for your support team, whether these are your friends, your co-workers, your family, your followers, whoever it is. You need to be grateful for them, and not just the people in your life, but also be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Be grateful for life, point blank in the period. Okay, so some of you may be closed up on the inside, emotionally, or actually, like I said, in the house. Some of you may be feeling alone, maybe feeling like, oh, this person doesn't care, this person da-da-da. I don't know what it is, Aquarius. You know your life better than I do. But let's see how it's playing. Let's see how it's playing out, though. I'm seeing machismo. I think for the Pisces, I'm going to pull out the cards first and then pull the whole storyline. Do it like that. But I started hearing things as soon as I always start hearing things as soon as I, and seeing things as soon as I pull the first card. So it's hard for me not to say them, because I will forget them. Okay. So how's this playing out in Aquarius' life? This baggage, how's it playing out in their life? This Hermit, isolation energy, please and thank you. We got penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. Okay. So some of you are isolating because you feel like you don't have enough money. Some of you are just being cheap, quite frankly. On the bottom, we do have high vibing, good vibes, living to the fullest, enjoying the present moment. All right. So I feel like with this as a combination, some of you may be feeling like you cannot afford to do certain things, or you may feel like, I need to keep my money. I need to save my money. Or like I said, some of you could just be financial struggles and you feel like this keeps you from enjoying life, or maybe going out with family or friends. And I don't even know why I'm saying this, because it's like, what? But it's what I'm picking up and seeing. Quite frankly, if somebody may be having financial struggles, or they may not have as much money as they would desire to have to be in the circle, or to hang with the people, collab with the people, whatever it is. But because gratitude is here, it definitely lets me know that, Aquarius, whatever this is that you're feeling like you don't have, oh, I'm broke, woe is me, I don't have this, I don't have that, I feel like you do. I feel like you do. I feel like some of you need a reality check. You need to look around and see how rich you are. If you're complaining about money, not having this, not having that, comparing your life to others, okay, then that's definitely what you need to do. You need a reality check of how rich you are. Do you have good health? Do you have supportive family? Are your kids, if you have kids, are they healthy? Are your parents alive? Do you have a car? Do you have a house? Do you have income coming in? I'm just saying. It's so many different things. I'm telling you. Alright, so let's see. We already pooping this deck. I'm getting so caught up in my rant. Let's get some information from Spirit is what I'm trying to say. Alright. I ain't even took no toast. Serenity. I'm seeing serenity. But this is what will come in for you guys once you release whatever this isolation feeling is, whether it's emotionally, financially, not feeling good enough, whatever it is, that you need to start having gratitude to release this. What comes in once you do this, Aquarius? 2 cards came out. Intuition and surrender. They are both very specific. Like, this definitely ties in. Okay, so surrender, first thing you need to do. And it says the angels want you to know you need not to worry about the resolution of the current situation, but instead of trying to solve the problem with sheer force, trust that you will get exactly what you need. Let me say that again because I'm lagging. Trust you will get exactly what you need. All right. It says, no matter the outcome of the uncertain situation, you are taken care of. So be grateful. When you show gratitude, then that lets God know. That lets the energetic frequency, vibration that you're putting off, which is light, love, and appreciation, all of that, surrender, because everything is fine. Okay. And then we have intuition, and it says, I trust my feelings and insights as the affirmation. And this affirmation was, regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. So you can surrender the control, Aquarius. But back to the intuition, it says your angels are sending signs to help validate your intuitive hunches. Yes, the next time intuition alerts you to something, listen carefully, realizing that your angels are guiding you to something great or leading you away from something that's no good for you. Okay. So that's what comes in. Your intuition heightens. You get more clarity. Okay. Once you surrender the worry, the control, the self-doubt, the whatever it is that is a small mindset or an insecurity, anything that makes you feel less than. Yeah. All right. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces. So let's see. As a collective around the world, what do the Pisces need to leave behind? What do they need to leave behind? Energy, old cycle patterns, toxic behavior. What do they need to leave behind in 2025, Spirit? Let's see. Who wants to come out, Pisces? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. We have a 6 of Swords for you, too. Yeah, this came out for the collective earlier. And I did record it, but I ended up redoing the video. So, yeah, 6 of Swords for you. Okay, I'm going to tell you just like I told Capricorn earlier. Stop running, okay? Stop leaving when things are not comfortable. It's like, okay, well, I'm getting ready to go over here. Or I feel like some of you do a lot of mental escaping. You are the daydreamers as well. The dreamers, the imagine. I was gonna say the imaginators. Is that a word? But on the bottom, we do have the Six of Cups. So the first thing I heard, spiritually, thank you, Spirit, was stop wishing things were like they used to be, Pisces. Okay, I feel like you guys definitely have a lot of nostalgic daydreaming that you do. Yes, throughout the day, probably every day. Six of Cups, when things were good, when things were easy, because the Six of Cups is the past. So you definitely need to, and we got two sixes here. 66. Okay. Yeah, but you guys definitely need to leave behind. How can I say it? Like, so many phrases I could use, like, stop getting out of the kitchen when it gets hot. I know people be saying if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. No, stand in the heat. Stand on your 10. Do not run from your obstacles. Six of Swords is an energy of, like, I'm getting away from the stress. I'm moving into peaceful, calmer environment. And that is beautiful. That is definitely beautiful, Pisces. No tea, no shade. But at the same time, things can't always be smooth. Things can't always be dreamy. Things can't always be stress-free. That is not real life. Like, there's going to be stress. There are going to be challenges and obstacles. There's going to be all type of things that shake our foundation, when we go through life. But you cannot always run. You cannot always start daydreaming and thinking of when times were good. You got to leave some stuff in 2025. And I'm saying stuff because I feel like it's more than one thing. But you definitely got to leave this escaping type of energy. Whether you escape emotionally, mentally, whether you find distractions, whether it's people, food, spending money, numbing, whatever you are using to escape, so things are smooth and you don't have to face the ups and downs of life. Yeah. Some of you need to leave your childhood traumas where they are as well. It's time to get over childhood traumas because I'm seeing that with the Six of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Leaving it behind. Because he is literally getting on a train. Like, I'm out of here. So definitely, I know you want harmony, you want balance, but you cannot always get going. Okay, Pisces. So I wanted to kind of meditate on that to see if there was anything else I needed to tell you. But let's go ahead and see what can definitely help you with releasing this type of energy and leaving it in 2025 if you are having any challenges doing so. All right, so too many cards. I feel like some of you are probably like, I don't run, or I'm just hearing so many things. Like, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with stress. I'm getting up out of there. Yeah, it's okay to get out of chaos, things that waste our time, waste our energy. But like I said earlier, things cannot always be glitter and gold and smooth. That's just not what it is. All right, so what could Pisces do as a collective that will be supportive of them leaving this behind in 2025? Spirit guides, please and thank you. What just came out? Okay. That's actually a message card. It's nothing on that. I mean, it's something on that card, but it's from the company. All right, so we have courage here. So some of you need to have courage. Yeah, because I just say you need to stop running when things get, uncomfortable. Stop running when you feel like things are getting too heavy, whether it's emotional or physical or whatever. So having courage. The affirmation is, I have the strength to deal with any challenge today brings. I have the strength to deal with any challenge today brings. I am courageous when others are afraid. So definitely stand up. Have some courage. Find your inner strength. Okay. To overcome any obstacles, any challenges. to face people or situations head on, especially the things that need to be addressed. As I said, if it's, if it's just not worth your time, it's not worth your time. You will know. But we talking about the things that you definitely need to address, the people you need to stand up to, the situations that you've been avoiding. All right. So let's see, how's this playing out in Pisces' life? What is this they are running from, the Six of Swords energy? How does this play out in their life? Ooh, sneaky link for some of you. Extra on the bottom for some of, well, I ain't gonna say for some of you, but sneaky link. It says hidden lover, low-key situationship, and side piece. Now, every Pisces in the world may not have a sneaky link necessarily in the physical. Some of you definitely could. Some of you, you may have an emotional person, an emotional bond with someone else outside of your relationship. If you're in a relationship, there's so many ways you can have a sneaky link. It could be emotionally, it could be physically, okay, it could be online. All right. Yeah. Now on the bottom we have extra, and it says a dramatic, trying too hard, and starter. Okay. So some of you are definitely trying really hard to avoid people, avoid situations by doing the most, being dramatic. Some of you are trying so hard to find a sneaky link. That's why I said everybody may not have one. Now, if you are single, that don't mean you're not a sneaky link. You could be sneaking with somebody who is already obligated to another connection. Okay. Yeah. You could be, and if you don't have a person at all, this obviously I don't feel like it would apply to you, but it's definitely still like, stop thinking back to when things were so good and be in the present moment to address the things that are going on now. Okay. Some people are definitely being too dramatic, trying too hard to forget, to escape. Overthinking situations is what I'm hearing as well. But you definitely need to have courage. All right. Having courage, having the strength to stand on your own 10, to stand up to people, as I said, will definitely help you release any sneaky links, any having to be dramatic, or any dramatic people. I don't know, so many ways it can apply, Pisces, but that is what I have for you. I'm going to get a wisdom message. What will come in for you guys? What will come in for you? I said I was going to pull out a cards, didn't I? Hope. Hope comes in for you. So maybe you feel hopeless. Maybe that's why you don't feel like you have courage, because I think those go hand in hand, Pisces. When you have courage to do what you need to do, it gives you hope. All right. So it says the angels remind you that without hope, you can't build belief. Okay. So your actions are directionless. Your purpose feels like a pipe dream, and true meaning seems unattainable. Hope is about recognizing that good things are yet to come, and about expecting them to come as well. Expecting them. That was a tongue twister for me. The affirmation is, hope is a choice. I choose to be hopeful. So choose to be hopeful. Have the courage to do what you need to do to stand on your own team. All right. So that's what we doing 2026, Pisces. All right, y'all hold it down. Aries. All right, Aries. Let's see what you guys got going on. What y'all ditching? What do y'all need to leave behind? What is your baggage? What's Aries' baggage to leave behind in 2025? Spirit guides, please and thank you. 8 of Cups is the emotional distance. Okay. Emotional distance. 8 of Cups, leaving behind emotional distance. All right. On the bottom, we have the devil. The devil. Okay. So I'm going to pull out the cards, as I said I was going to do with Pisces, and I forgot. But yeah, the 8 of Cups and the devil here. All right. What helps you release? Got my cards. All right, Pisces. Aries. Aries. What helps Aries release this 8 of Cups and ditch this 8 of Cups energy here in 2025? Please and thank you. What is supportive? Thank you, Spirit. So we have forgiveness. Ooh, it makes perfect sense. because Eight of Cups is emotional distance, and what helps you with the emotional distance is forgiveness. It's playing out. All right, let's see, how does this play out in your daily lives for the collective of Aries? How's it showing up? Where they emotionally distanced from? Numbing, self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. Spiritually woke on the bottom. Self-awareness, cutting through illusions, detaching from ego. Okay. So Eight of Cups being emotional distance. All right. This is Pisces energy. Okay. I feel like, and the reason how this plays out for Pisces, because as I said earlier, if you watch the Pisces part, I was just saying that, Pisces, they like to daydream, they kind of escape in that way. So even though you are totally different from a Pisces, you have been embodying this baggage of a Pisces. Not to say that that's baggage of a Pisces, but for them it's their natural behavior. For you, it's not. So I feel like for some of you, you have emotionally disconnected from family, some of you from friends, whoever it is, okay, whatever it is that you have emotionally detached yourself from, because there's something that has taken place, Aries, that has kind of hardened your heart, that has kind of excuse me, made you I feel like carry like some type of chip on your shoulder, if I'm being real. The Devil here on the bottom lets me know that there is some type of toxic energy around you, whether you are carrying this energy and that's what's causing this emotional distance, okay? And this could be a person, okay? This Devil is what I'm talking about. This could be a person that's causing you this emotional distance. This could be a situation. This could be trauma. This could be substance abuse, okay? Addictions. Anything toxic is causing some type of wedge here. Whether you are the person that is embodying this toxic energy, or whether you are connected to someone else or a situation that is toxic. So say, for example, if you have a loved one who is dealing with substance abuse and it has drawn a wedge, okay, and you have pulled back from this person because of this, or vice versa, somebody has pulled back from you because of this, or if you are the one that is, doing this numbing or this toxic behavior, embodying this energy, maybe it could be shame. That's why you could have emotionally detached, okay? It could be shame. It could be, like I said, you disconnected from people. There was somewhere I was going with that and I lost my train of thought. But what I'm saying is sometimes it could be the actual toxic situation that's causing the emotional detachment, especially if this is something that affects your mental, okay, or your spiritual. All right. But yeah, some of you are definitely walking away from people and situations and leaving things on the table and kind of like burning bridges because something has happened, whether this is on your side or their side, or it's a situation that has taken place. It's like, because that has happened, I don't want to deal with you no more, or because I'm doing this, it's like I'm over here, I'm on my demon time. But there needs to be some forgiveness taking place. So it says the affirmation is, I have compassion for others and forgive them for their mistakes. By forgiving others, I take control of my emotions. So you don't have to like run away or burn bridges or cut people off. Forgive people, because no one is perfect, including yourself, including me. Everybody deserves a second chance. Sometimes people deserve a third and fourth. Now, I'm not going to say, let someone just drag you. Okay, when someone is playing with you or not, Aries. But definitely be more forgiving. I'm going to just leave it there. I'm going to let you be the judge on how many times you're going to do it. But definitely be more forgiving. And once you can forgive the situation or the person or whatever has happened, whether it is current, past, or coming in your future, release it. Because whatever has happened here is something toxic. It's something I'm not going to say that no one has control over it, but a lot of times when people are on demon time or this energy is present in our lives, it is very difficult to think straight, to, act as you normally would. There's irrational behavior, as you see right here. So for some of you or someone connected to you, this is playing out in your daily life because somebody is self-medicating. Somebody does have some addictions they're struggling with. Somebody is acting irrational, okay? Somebody needs to be spiritually woke. This is a time to be spiritually woke. Self-awareness, cutting through the illusions, detaching from the ego. Whether this is you or them. But I feel like this is more for you because it's on the bottom. So stop numbing the pain, okay? Stop detaching from people that are numbing the pain. Forgive those people. Forgive yourself. And detach from the ego. I think the spiritually woke is more of what I'm hearing out of all of this is detached from the ego. Because the ego is what definitely keeps us from not forgiving people. Because I can't believe you did this to me. When, and it's, of course, when it happens to you, and it has happened to me, I'm like, I will never forgive you. But, once you get past that emotion and see things from a spiritual perspective is what I should be saying. I think I was going to say spiritually woke perspective, but when you look at it from a spiritual perspective, a broader, higher, elevated perspective, you can be understanding because you know that people are not perfect and people are battling trauma and all other sorts of negative energies every day, all day. We all are pushing for it as best as we can. All right, Aries. So let's see. What comes in for you? What comes in for you energetically? You get to take a step. You take a step. Once you forgive, you take your first step. It says you need to let go of any doubts and any fears. Step out of your comfort zone. Your angels are supporting you and leading you in the right direction. So you should accept their help and enjoy this moment in your life. The affirmation is I put action behind my goals every single day. So you being unforgiving of whatever is going on here, even if it is yourself that you need to forgive, this is causing a stagnation in your life. You're not able to push forward like you want to. That fire that you have, Aries. But once you do forgive, you will be able to take several steps. All right, my loves. The collective of the Taurus, the spirit guys, what are they ditching? What they need to be leaving behind? What is trash, baggage, old patterns, people, places, situations where they need to be leaving behind in 2025. So many cards. One card for the Taurus, spirit guides, please and thank you. Yeah, my hands are so dry. Here we go. I see the Five of Pentacles hitting the floor. Five of Pentacles hitting the floor. Five of Pentacles is the energy of feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling broke, feeling less than. Okay, on the bottom is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I already know what's going on. Hold on a second. All right, so what is going on here with you, Taurus, is you have been feeling like things are not even or equal in some aspect of your life. Like things are not balanced out. You may be feeling like you give way more than you receive. You may be feeling like things are going too slow for you. You may be feeling depleted in energy or emotionally, even financially. And I feel like it's because you give. It's not because you don't have or you lazy or you're not attempting to try. I feel like you're depleting yourself. Self-sacrificing is what I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles. So let's see. I said I wasn't going to do that, but I just had to let you know before it left. You definitely feel like you've been, like things are not fair. And I feel like this is something that affects you emotionally. Alright, so let's see what supports Taurus and leaving behind this Five of Pentacles energy. What do they need to do, spirit guides, please and thank you. The collective of the Tauruses. Let's see what supports you guys and leaving this energy behind. What do y'all need to do? I'm feeling like, while I'm shuffling forever, I'm feeling like, Taurus, that you may always be getting messages or people asking for something or people expecting things of you um, that leaves you feeling abandoned or not cared about. Say, for example, if somebody asks you to do something that they know you don't want to do, maybe you're not into it, maybe it's against, against your values or your belief, asking for money, all type of things. But I wish I could get a card, Spirit Guides, please, and thank you. What would be, all right, they say there it go, and threw it on the floor. Hold on. Well, out of all of the cards here in this deck, you guys got the same thing that Capricorn got. Okay, Earth sign. So it says fairness. I'm going to read it this time. It says, imagine a world free of prejudice and injustice. It seems distant, but we can all make our own small contribution by behaving in a fair and just manner towards others in our own daily lives. The golden rule of treat others how you wish to be treated is a very timeless philosophy that keeps consciousness clear and nurtures feelings of goodwill and satisfaction. Okay, so the affirmation is, I am fair in my judgment and treatment of others. I treat others as I wish to be treated. So there's something going on here with some fairness, and I feel like this isn't something you're doing, but I feel like it's something that is happening to you. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just be honest. I feel like, as I said before, things were not fair. So what would support you in leaving this behind, this Five of Pentacles and this abandoned feeling that you get? What would support that is not what's the word I want to use? Not allowing people, not involving yourself in situations or predicaments that are unfair. Simple as that, okay? Because you are at a point, Taurus, obviously, where you have been overgiving, okay? Way too much. Giving way too many, okay? So at this point, if it's not balance, if it's not fair to you on both ends, it's a no. All right, it's a no. And do not be afraid to stand your ground when it comes to this. All right, let me see how this is actually playing out for y'all. How's this unfairness playing out for the Tauruses? Please and thank you, Spirit Guides. I'm seeing new boo, so some of you, this is a connection. Black sheep. As I said before, black sheep. It says rebelling, going against expectations and defying the norms. That's how it's playing out for you. People are, you may feel like the black sheep because people, not that you're rebelling. All right, so back. But as I was saying, Taurus, the Five of Pentacles is the same as the black sheep energy. So for some of you, you could feel like people are going against the grain. Like some people are just going to, if you say yes, they're going to say no. If you say left, they're going to say right. Like some people are just coming up against you just, I feel like, for the hell of it. It could be anything, jealousy, resentment. Some people are just miserable. But, for some of you guys specifically, it's definitely people rebelling against you, going against you. For others of you, and I heard this too, it's like you're finally rebelling. Some of you have already stepped into this energy. Some of you are like, no, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going. No, I'm not hanging. No, I don't have it. Miss me with it, y'all are already like stepping into this energy, and this is how it's playing out in your daily lives. So some of you, like I said, you're the one feeling abandoned, you're the one feeling depleted, you're the one feeling like a black sheep. Others of you, this is how people around you are feeling. Either way, it doesn't matter. Leave it right where it's at in 2025. Leave it there, okay? Because it is what it is. Don't you walk around self-sacrificing your feelings and your time, your energy, your money, for people that cannot, I ain't gonna say reimburse, which is the word I definitely want to say, but they can't do it for you. They need something, they call you. You need something, you can't call them. They have a bad day or going through something, they call you. Vice versa, you can't call them, they're busy. Whatever. All right, so what comes in for Taurus after they address this unfairness that's taking place in their life? Spirit, please and thank you. All right, so we have love, I heard real love. It says the angels are supporting your relationship and want to remind you of the importance of giving love and support to your partner. Spend time with your loved ones and balance your affection in a healthy way. So the affirmation is, I give my heart ready to receive the heart of another. Now, don't get it twisted. It's saying this like you need to give support to your partner, but regardless of what this card says, I know what Spirit is telling me and how to relay it to the card. It doesn't always have to be exactly what the card means or what it says. You have to read between the lines sometimes. And what is going on here, as I said when I was flipping earlier, Taurus, I saw a boo. New boo, oh, whatever boo. Specifically for some of you, it is a new boo. Or any type of new connection that you get in for those of you who are single. And for those of you who are in marriages or long-term relationships. This all boils down to specifically, and this is, like I said, fairness in general, but specifically, there's a big awareness and attention drawn to your love connections. And it's talking about the importance of giving love and support to your partner. But I feel like this is what you have been doing, and this is what you have not been equally. I'm not saying you're not getting it at all, but you haven't been equally receiving this. So this comes in for you. Love and support will come from your connections, your partners, your loved ones, whoever I feel like, that you've been feeling slighted by. And even if it's not from the people you've been feeling slighted by or the situations, it comes in from somewhere else. Okay, but stand on your 10. Draw the line. Set the boundaries here when it comes to this type of unfairness. All right? And once you do that, then people will know your value. They'll know your worth. They'll know, okay, Taurus, they loving on themselves now. They're not letting us run over them like a mat or use them up anymore. They'll know. They'll know. And then real love will come in. All right, so that's what I got for you, Taurus. I'm moving on now. Gemini, you up next, babe. Geminis, what do you need to be ditching, leaving in 2025? The collective of the Geminis around the world, what do you need to be leaving in 2025? Spirit, please, and thank you. Mm. 2025, the Geminis, what they need to be leaving behind. Way too many cards, but I did see your energy pop out. What the Geminis needing to leave behind in 2025? Spirit, please, and thank you. One card. There we go. On the bottom, we have the Page of Pentacles. I already feel like it's something about seeing the potential in situations. Hold on a second. So the Fool is what hit the floor. Now, I meditated on this a little bit before I started this video back up. Look at this. Look at how she has these rose-tinted glasses on. She's not seeing things clearly. She's in this type of magical things, are great type of energy. Very much seeing something with potential and hope. And this is the type of energy that we want to have when we are trying to, accomplish our dreams and our goals and our desires. But with this Fool card being here, and this is no tea to no shade. Remember I said this is not a point the finger or blame or throw anyone under the bus or judge anyone. But this is definitely saying that you need to leave behind looking at people or situations through the potential of them. For example, and I know I'm supposed to be pulling the other cards, but I gotta say this really quick. For example, as soon as you meet somebody and y'all vibe on, oh, that's my friend, they cool. As soon as you hear something is good, and it's almost like you never really doubt anything. It's almost like you feel like you can do anything you want to do, because listen, he is literally riding a what is this, a unicycle? One wheel, playing a trumpet that's blowing out flames, with a dog on a leash. So this is a very magical, I can do anything is possible, I can do anything. And Gemini, I guess you can. But what you cannot do is not see the reality of a situation. Okay? So, yeah, you are investing in situations and people and putting yourself in predicaments all because Things seem good, things look good. You're not thinking about the future. I think you are doing things in the moment, without a lot of thought into it, a lot of thinking about the future, looking ahead, okay? Being foolish. Like I said, the fool is a good energy in certain situations, but also the fool can be jumping out here into uh taking deep dives into shallow pools, okay? That's the best way I can put that. So you need to leave behind this, I can do everything. I got this. And this is kind of how I'm feeling, Gemini. Like I said, this is no tea, no shade, but this is some Geminis out here like, girl, I got this. Girl, I can have anything I want. Girl, he love me. Girl, I'm getting this money. Like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of dreamy type of, like, where you at, Gemini? Earth to Gemini, like, come down a little bit, okay? Like I said, no tea to shade, but if you truly want to progress forward, you have to see things for what they are. If not, you're going to be stuck in situations that you think are benefiting you, and they are not. Simple as that. All right, so let's see what supports you, Gemini, in releasing this type of energy of seeing things for, more than what they are. We have courage. Now, this is, like I said earlier, out of all the cards, here we have courage. And this is also what Pisces got, too. So, it could be a placement for you. It could be, significant as a person you're dealing with or a situation. I don't know. But Pisces got courage, too, as a support for them. So, it does say life presents challenges, and facing these challenges require courage. Sometimes it is the courage to overcome fear or doubt. Other times it is the courage to not give up. To not give up in the face of adversity. Other times, no, let me read it again. Sometimes it is the courage to overcome fear or doubt, or other times it is the courage not to give up in the face of adversity, or to stand up for what you believe is right. Courage often means letting go of the familiar and stepping out of your own comfort zone, delving into and utilizing the great inner strength that you have. The affirmation is, I have the strength to deal with any challenge today brings. I am courageous when others are afraid. Now, I didn't read it for Pisces, but I read it for you. Because what you need to do with this courage is have the courage to, and I keep saying stand on business, and that's just kind of like my thing. It's my motto, but you do. Don't sit around here and act like you don't know what's going on when you do know what's going on. Because some of y'all just playing because you don't want to, like, rock the boat. You don't want to, like, break up that friendship or that relationship. You're afraid that if you do, call shit out for what it is, or if you do see things for what they are, that it's going to cause some type of disruption or some type of negative situation, okay? But have the courage to see things for what they are, to address things and put things, like, it's time to prioritize. It's time to do so much to come out of this, and I'm gonna just say it, this foolish type of behavior or thought process, perspective, whatever. And like I said, you guys are not foolish at all. Geminis are very intelligent. Okay, y'all are very intelligent, and you're very quick with your thoughts. But I definitely feel like a lot of you are playing the, I don't know what's going on. Like, y'all playing stupid. Y'all are playing stupid. Like I said, either to a relationship or friendship, even family members, y'all are turning a blind eye, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, everything good, and damn well it's not. Okay, so that's that. Let's see how this is playing out for the majority of you. One card. Let's see how this playing foolish. How does this play out in your life, Gemini? Okay, I got a few cards popping out. Look at this. Skirt, Bunny and Clyde. At the bottom, it says quick getaway, the runner escaping. And on the other side, it says ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. A few storylines, okay? What I am feeling like, how this is playing out for most of you with this tea I'm seeing here, is that a lot of you are running into connections to, it's almost like, well, and this is just one example, but it's so many examples I'm thinking of. But say if you were in a connection with someone, relationship or whatever, it doesn't go good, y'all break up, you move on, and it's like I run right into another relationship for whatever reason, to make somebody jealous or because I don't want to be alone. It's like skirt right into another connection with somebody, and I'm gonna ride it out with them, and I'm gonna show my last person like, yeah, I'm doing good. That's very specific, but that's what I'm picking up, Gemini. The other storyline I'm getting with this is some of you, I'm listening. You're playing the fool when it comes to your connections, knowing good and well that somebody is like in and out. Okay, the quick getaway, the runner. Somebody comes in, y'all have y'all moment, and then poof, they gone. Maybe they have another connection. They don't necessarily have to, but that's one thing I heard. You know, with this Bonnie and Clyde, if somebody already has a connection, so they run home. That's why they cannot be consistent or stable with you. You know, because they already have something else going on, and it's like you trying to act like, oh, this doesn't hurt me. Oh, at the end of the day, he's going to leave her or she's going to leave him. Like, this person going to be with me. Like, you're looking at the potential of the situation, or you're playing foolish because you're listening to what someone is telling you, or you're making yourself believe that everything is good, as I said before, and it's not. And I feel like intuitively you know that. Okay, you already know what's going on intuitively. We cannot deny our intuitive hunches, even though we try to ignore them. We be feeling that gut feeling. Okay, so it's definitely about your love connections. Like I said, some of you are jumping into connections you know don't serve you any good. You know that they're not for you. Others of you are dealing with somebody that is in and out. You letting somebody ghost you or put you on a shelf, and it's like, you know better than that. You need to have courage. I've had the longest video because I actually ran out of time on that clip. But yeah, as I said, it's definitely love connections that you will run into, dealing with people who are in and out of your life, or running from. Some of y'all just jumping into relationships just not to be single, or, you know, not using your discernment when it comes to love connections. Okay, so let's see what does come in for you once you do take that step you need to take, once you do have that courage to deal with the reality. What comes in for the Geminis? Thank you. Surrender. Who got surrender? Aquarius got surrender. Okay, it says the angels want you to know you need not to worry about the resolution of the current situation. Instead of trying to solve the problem with sheer force, trust you will get exactly what you need. No matter the outcome of the uncertain situation, you are taken care of. So the affirmation is, regardless of the outcome, I am taken care of. Know that. Don't worry about if I say this, if I do this, if I set those boundaries with this person and don't let them breadcrumb me anymore, are they going to still be around? Don't worry about that. Know that everything is happening for you, Gemini, not to you. It's happening for your best benefit. And you just need to surrender control. Stop running to situations hoping that it'll fix something. Like, it's like you're trying to force something here. Okay? Yeah. See things for what they are. And sit back and let loose. On the bottom, we have peace. Yeah. Peace. Nothing should be disrupting your peace. Surrender control. All right, loves. That's what I have for you. Leave that. I don't see what's going on. I'm going to just hop in here and then everything's going to go. Leave it 2025, babe. The Cancers. Okay, Cancers. Let's see. What do you guys need to be leaving behind in 2025? What no longer serves you? The collective of the Cancers. You got the 8 of Cups coming out. I feel like Aries got this too. 8 of Cups. Okay, let's see how this plays out for you. On the bottom, we have the High Priestess. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm listening. All right. So 8 of Cups is emotional detachment, and the High Priestess is intuitive, spiritual guidance, wisdom, protection. So, you know, when I see that card, sometimes it's like, you know, you literally have a guardian angel, or you literally are being intuitively guided. Okay. Something about your spiritual connection here with emotional detachment. Okay. So let's see what else comes out for you. Let's shuffle. Let's see, Cancer. What would help you with this Eight of Cups or the situation? What would serve you in releasing this, leaving it in 2025 for the collective of the Cancers? What is this? Listening. Ooh, I like it, especially with the High Priestess here talking about intuition. So listening. Okay. All right, let's see how this plays out in reality for you in the 3D. Wow. Wow. Squad. Reconciliation, the soul tribe, the close friend circle, honey. Okay, Cancer. We're going to save the card for last. All right. So with this Eight of Cups here, this emotional detachment, it's something about emotional distancing yourself, detaching yourself that you need to leave in 2025. On the bottom with the High Priestess being here, I'm definitely feeling like when it comes to bridges you're burning, people you're cutting off, whether this is what you're doing or need to do, you definitely need to tap into your intuition, follow your instinct, listen to God. Okay, listening. I feel like specifically Cancers, for some of you specifically, you have been getting intuitive hunches, feelings. You have been guided or trying to, let me get it right. Spirit has been trying to reach out to you to let you know who you need to detach from. Okay, others of you, it's one hand into the other. So it's not only like who you need to detach from, but who you need to attach to, who you need to open your heart to. Because some of you are closing the door and walking away from the wrong people and the wrong situations. For example, say some of you may have a toxic friend or a toxic lover. And instead of you closing the door and walking away from them, you may be falling out with people who care about you, your family, your friends, other people. That's just an example. So it's something about you having emotional detachment issues, and I'm going to say issues because this is something you need to leave behind. So leave behind emotional detachment. How can I say this, Cancer? It's like leave behind the emotional detachment when it comes to, I really can't even say when it comes to, all I'm going to say is when it comes to your emotional connections and relationships, use your discernment. Tap into your intuition, meditate, ask God to show you, ask your spirit guides, ask your guardian angels to show you who you need to gravitate to, lean in towards, and who you need to leave behind. Okay? So, with this coming out with Squad, reconciliation, soul, tribe, and close friends, some of you definitely need to detach and walk away from, all right, walk away. I'm trying to get this from lagging. Walk away from your close friends, your soul tribe. Now, for your soul tribe, I would say walk towards them. Use your discernment in who your soul tribe is. But for others of you who have always had your close friends, especially from, maybe people you've grown up with, people you've had long-term connections with, regardless of the type of relationship, every connection with another human, another person, is a relationship, whether it's platonic or intimate or business or whatever the case is. But Spirit is definitely trying to guide you in that. So you need to tap in and you need to listen. That's what will help you. It says sometimes we can be so focused on our own thoughts and experiences that we stop listening. When we consciously become good and attentive listeners, we remember the fact that other people have a lot to offer that we can learn from. Also, when we listen more closely to people that we care about, we are better equipped to help them and show them love. So the affirmation is: I am interested and open to what others have to offer. I am caring and I am an attentive listener, Cancer. So listen spiritually, listen in the physical as well. Pay attention, okay, and that will let you know intuitively who your real soul tribe is and who are the people that you definitely need to disconnect from. Because some of you guys, like I said earlier, before even getting all into this reading, some of you are cutting off the wrong people or the wrong support. Like you're cutting off your support. You're cutting off your lifeline is what I heard. And death here is on the bottom. Scorpio energy here, something needs to change. Something, definitely when it comes to your emotions, needs to die. And it has something to do with your emotional detachment. So it's going to be different for each of you. I really can't quite put my finger on this, Cancer. I'm not even going to lie, because the Eight of Cups, leaving that behind in 2025, just makes me feel like you need to leave behind, like, for example, and this is the best way I can put it. You guys are nurturers. You are family-oriented people. But I feel like intuitively I'm picking up on your energy as you have been kind of isolating into yourself. And that's really not your natural energy. That's more of like a Virgo. They are one sign that definitely isolates because it's naturally them. They like to be alone. They need that time for themselves because they are thinkers and they like to evaluate, and they are grounded, and that's how they operate in their life. But for you, Cancer, you are loving, you are nurturing, you are the person a lot of times that is the glue of the family. So with that being said, for you to be isolating, for you to be cutting yourself off from loved ones, or shutting yourself, or I feel like you're closing off your heart, regardless of who it is to. It could be in general. Something could have happened, or you could have just be feeling so fed up, but you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to have any type of feelings anymore for anybody or any situation. I don't care. I'm going to just go through life, I'm feeling like that is the overall collective message for you, Cancer. A lot of you need to leave this type of isolating and I'm cutting everybody off and I'm doing me and I don't care type of energy behind, okay? Because that's not the way to go about it. So definitely be listening. Definitely leave behind being alone and wanting to be alone and feeling like you don't need nobody. I mean, it could be a cocky I don't need nobody, or it could be a woe is me, I'm all alone type of feeling. But you definitely like are emotionally detaching. And why are you doing that? Okay. Yeah, y'all emotionally detaching from your real soul tribe. Some of you guys don't want to reconcile with people you know you need to. This could be parents, grandparents, siblings. Now, if the shit toxic, it's toxic, but that didn't come out. What came out was that you need to open up. You need to, I'm even hearing forgive. And you need to rebuild those bridges that you have broken, have burned. Okay? All right. Because what comes in for Cancers, once they do decide to listen and follow their intuition. Thank you, Spirit guys. We have letting go. You'll be able to release negative feelings, releasing the old trauma, triggers and things like that made you want to disconnect from people in the first place, that made you not want to love and be your loving self in the first place. So it says you need to let go to make room for new things in your life, or you must let go to give someone else the room that they need to grow. Let go because holding on is too painful. The angels remind you that letting go is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The affirmation here is, I let go of what no longer serves me to make space for new beginning. So if old feelings, if old resentment, anything negative, emotionally negative, I would say, you need to release that. Okay? But let Spirit guide you. They can tell you best. Let God guide you. Let your angels guide you. And but as I was saying, once you follow the spiritual guidance, the divine spiritual wisdom and guidance, you can't go wrong. All right, Cancer. So have a good year. Remember to leave the emotional baggage in 2025. So now we are going into my family, my gang. Sun sign here, Leo. What's up, Leo gang? All right. Gotta get in your ass too. No, including myself. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this will resonate for me since I am part of the Leo collective. Let's get into it. For the Leos, collective of the Leo spirit. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune popping out. In reverse, I didn't even get a chance to ask the question. I already know what this is. So what you need to leave in 2025 is, this is like hopelessness. This is the energy of feeling like things are not gonna, like nothing is happening for you. Like, when is it gonna be my time? I never get anything. Like, I'm ready to take off. I never get a Wheel of Fortune. I never hit the lottery. I never get chosen. I never get the promotion. I never, things like that. On the bottom, we have the devil. Capricorn energy here. Okay, something toxic, some type of toxic mindset, toxic environment, toxic person, toxic energy. That could be making you feel like things are not or never working out for you. Okay, Leo. Let's see, gang. I can resonate with it. Alright, so what will support Leos, the collective Leos, with releasing this feeling of this misfortune? Because that's what it is, misfortune in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. So I got 2 cards popping out. We're going to take both. The first one says determination. Stay determined. Okay, that'll help you reverse feeling like, that will help reverse your misfortune, is to stay determined. I like that. So it says no matter how capable a person is, no important goal has ever been achieved without determination. It is the drive to fulfill our potential, the ability to concentrate on what needs to be done without distraction. Stepping on my own toes. It is what separates the merely talented from the achiever of greatness. Okay, so the affirmation is, I have huge potential to flourish in life. I will never lose sight of what I want to achieve. So what would support you in your feeling of misfortune or your actual physical misfortune is, for one, it takes drive. So stay motivated, stay determined, continue to push forward to fulfill that full potential. Because I really like what it says at the end, and it definitely resonates for me. Talented, it says, what separates a merely talented, the people that just naturally have it, and you like, oh, well, you got it, so it'll be easy for you. But what separates the talented person from the great achiever is the ability to concentrate on what needs to be done without distraction. I can definitely say I get distracted. It's like ADD. Now, I can put it on the ADD, or I can just say, look, you need to be more self-disciplined, because when you are aware of something you're doing, which is the first step of change, then address it, deal with it, do something about it. Okay? I'm getting on my own ass right now. So concentrating on what needs to be done without distraction is what's going to separate the people that naturally have the talent, even though they have it, versus the people that actually accomplish the greatness or be successful. Okay. I didn't even mean to go into all of that. Second card was mindful melting exercise. So this is more of a practice, an exercise that you should do. It says sit, relax, and imagine yourself melting into everything around you. You might begin to feel at one with everything around you after a little bit of practice, it says, Leo. It says do this a few times a day. As it may take a while for you to master, make sure your mind is clear while attempting this exercise, and just purely relax and melt away. So I feel like with this mindful melting, it's almost like no worries. It's kind of like, to me, it's like being in the moment, being still, becoming one. And I'm feeling like with that, it's like realize the bigger picture. I feel like this exercise is for you to realize that we are only a small part of the puzzle. Okay? And to ground ourselves more than anything. Ground yourself in the environment. Know where you are at. I feel like that's part of the melting exercise. I am one with everything. Grounding your reality so that you can be determined. Because look at this little flower going from the crack of asphalt. Anything is possible. Clear your mind. Get grounded. That's what that is. All right, now how's it showing up, Leo? This misfortune that you're feeling, or the things that's playing out around you that makes you feel misfortunate, how's this playing out? Misfortune for Leo. Ooh, some of you, we got a new boo here. It says new love, learning each other, and flirtations. On the bottom it says puzzled, confused, perplexed, and conflicted. So I feel like some of you may feel misfortunate in your connections, in your love relationships. If you're single, you may feel like, I can't find my person. I don't have a person. I want a person. When is my person coming in? For those of you who are dating, you could be feeling like I always end up in toxic connections, because I haven't forgot that the devil is here. Something toxic about your misfortune. This could be connected to toxic people, or you carry some type of toxic energy, being drawn to toxic situations or people as well. But regardless, it's always within the love, I'm feeling like. So you guys could be feeling a lot of misfortune in your connections, even if you're married. Okay. Some of you could get a new person and, over a span of time, of course. But get your new person and y'all, date, you get married. Where you get engaged and you get married, and it's like, oh, this ain't what I thought it was. But you definitely could be feeling much confused or conflicted. And this could be about anything. It could be your new boo. It could be your old person with a new boo. But you definitely could feel like things don't work out for you in some type of way when it comes to your love connections. Y'all feeling unlucky in love. All right, let's know that things have been happening there, whether you're single or married. But I am seeing 8 of Pentacles on the bottom here. So that's staying focused and determined. Whatever you want. Whatever you want to grow. Alright, so let's see. Lagging. What comes in for you, Leo, after you release this attitude or energy or mental or physical, whatever, this misfortune. When you release this misfortune. And some of you too, because like I said, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse means that you definitely don't feel like things are happening in your favor. But also too, if this was upright, and I do want to mention this because I could have turned that card upright. But on the flip side of it, it's like some of you need to leave behind finding happiness, surface pleasures, or getting your karma in toxic ways. It's like, well, I'm going to make things happen for me. Fast money, lying, cheating, scamming. So if that's you, because that's very specific, that's not a way to get to long-term fortune. So leave that behind, and definitely leave behind the misfortunate mentality. Okay. What comes in for Leos after this? Please and thank you. Misfortunate mentality. What comes in for Leo after they release this? Please and thank you. When you want to know it, don't you want to get it? I felt that through my core. Abundance comes in because it is our time. Jupiter showing out for us next year. We're going to be expanding in a lot of areas of our life. Abundance comes in for you. And because we're talking about the Wheel of Fortune, this abundance could be love. It could be support. It could be literally money. Let's get into the card. It says the angels are telling you that you already possess the power to have everything that you have ever dreamed of. And yeah, it says when you cultivate true joy, love, peace, passion, purpose, and freedom inside of yourself, within yourself, however you want to say that, you'll see these things reflected back to you in your outside world, in your physical. So it starts on the inside, cultivating all of that positivity and abundance, and then you'll see them reflected back to you in your outside world. The affirmation is, abundance is my essence. Ooh, my foundation and my being. You are abundance. You are the abundance. That is just so deep on so many levels, Leo. You are the abundance. For those of you who are entrepreneurs, you are the product. Okay. Some of you are the abundance that make other people's life rich, whether this is emotionally or physically or whatever the case may be. You are the abundance, Leo. So that is just very touching. All right, so push forward with that. Leave the misfortunate mentality behind and get into the abundance, okay? All right, Virgo. Let's see what you guys need to be ditching, leaving in 2025. A little bit of Virgo, Spirit, guys, please and thank you. What do they need to be leaving in 2025, Virgo. All right. Ooh, we got Judgment coming out in reverse. Judgment coming out in reverse. Something about your judgment is off that you need to leave behind, or maybe this is judging others. I don't know. Five of Pentacles is on the bottom, so this is feeling abandoned. Okay. Abandonment, Three of Cups as well. So this definitely involves other people. This could be family, friends, co-workers, other people. Definitely. Something about your judgment being off. Something about you feeling abandoned. Or maybe this is how they are feeling. Okay, we're going to get into it. Let me pull the other cards. So let's see what supports you in releasing this energy. For Virgos, what do you guys need to do to release this energy? Please and thank you. So you guys know that the judgment in reverse can mean the opposite, okay? So it's like, you know, judging something, needing to take out the time to evaluate, to see, put things into perspective so you can do what you need to do. But in reverse, it can mean that you're not doing that. It also can mean that you are heavily stuck in a judgment energy. So this could be both. That's why we're going to pull the rest of the cards first before we get a full read. But it definitely could be that you guys are very judgmental, or you're judging something way too harshly, and it ends up putting you in a position where you feel left out in the cold or something. Or maybe you judge so hard that other people that are connected to you feel left out in the cold. I don't know. But self-image. So this is about how you appear to other people. Okay, so it says beauty products, social media can offer short-term boosts to self-image. Like, yeah, look at me. But the only thing that truly shows in your best light, the only thing that truly shows you in your best light is your personality. A person's attitude towards life is reflected on their face. Ugly feelings like hatred and bitterness show themselves on the faces of those who hold them, who carry them around. So while a person who radiates love and kindness is a beautiful sight, no matter what their physical profile is. So in other words, a person could, you know, be physically unattractive, but still can be have an aura or a beautiful energy around them, and their attitude makes them beautiful. And people look past, you know, the physical unattractiveness, if that's, you know, what you want to say, because at the end of the day, they radiate kindness. They radiate love. The affirmation is, Virgo, as my inner beauty shines through, that's what we're talking about, my confidence grows. I am beautiful in my mind, my body, and my spirit. So spirit is saying something and kind of checking you, Virgo, about how you, I feel like how you're judging people, how you may abandon people or leave them out in the cold, or either you judge people to a fault, maybe prejudge, and maybe people, you know, walk away from you and make you feel left out in the cold. But it's all in about how you're trying to present yourself. So it would definitely help you and support you to think about the image that you are presenting to the world, the image that you, like, how do your people look at you? How do your family look at you? How do your friends look at you? Do they think that you are very judgmental? Do they think that that you are always, I don't know, misjudging a situation or a person? I don't know. It's going to be different for each of you, but it's something about your self-image that would definitely, it's like, take a look at yourself. Step back and take a look at yourself. And once you do that, let your inner beauty shine through, and your confidence will grow, and you won't feel left out in the cold. And you won't make other people feel like this, however it resonates for you. Okay, so let's see how this is playing out in your day-to-day or situations where this takes place for you. Let's get into the tea, Virgo. How does this play out for Virgo? And what situations is this connected to? Repo. Says default on payments, financially incapable or repossessed assets. Okay. And then we have a big wedding ring around the house. So for, how does this play out for you? I feel like some of you, this is like finances. In other words, some of you, two storylines I'm picking up. Your judgment is off, or is clouded, or the way you feel that you have to show up for people, since we're talking about self-image. Yes, reevaluate your self-image to be, a beautiful person inside and out. But also, are you doing things because you feel like I gotta present myself a certain way, I gotta look a certain way? So some of you may definitely be out here, want to look like you always save the day. Always want to be the person that somebody can call on. You want to look like you have your shit together. I got it, Yeah. So in that case, people come with their hands open. So you could be giving out a lot of financial help and support to others. And at the end of the day, they make you feel left out in the cold. They only come around when they want some money or when they need something done to their house. They need help with a bill. Okay. Yeah, definitely. And then, at the same time, same side of the coin, it's like, well, yeah, you do help them, but maybe you judge them. Maybe you say things to them that make them feel some type of way. So it's like, well, yeah, I'm going to go ask Virgo because I know they're going to give it to me. I know they can help me. I know they have it. But they so cold about it, or they judge me. So once I get what I need, I'm gone. And I ain't going to talk to them until I need them again. Does that resonate? Okay, on the bottom we have paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. So yeah, you're definitely feeling like some of you feel like people are taking their love back from you. Some people are using you for your money. This can even be within your household, your partner, your parents, your children, squad. See what I'm saying? Soul tribe, your close friends, your family. Okay, so definitely, yeah, leaving that behind in 2025. Not being too judgmental. Keeping a balance when it comes to judgment. Don't be off balance. Don't be misjudging. Don't overjudge. Don't underjudge either. All right. Don't overgive yourself. Don't deplete yourself to where you have nothing left to give yourself. And if you feel like you can't trust people, or you feel like everybody's out to take something from you, why is that? Reevaluating that self-image. So this is what comes in for you. You'll be able to take a step forward in some type of way. It says you need to let go of any doubts and fears and step out of your comfort zone. Your angels are supporting you and leading you in the right direction. Yep. It says, so you should accept their help and enjoy this moment in your life, Virgo. The affirmation is, I put action behind my goals every single day. So you'll be able to take those steps forward that you want to once you check yourself. Check yourself. Okay, check yourself before you wreck yourself, as they used to say back in the day. Okay, Libras, you guys are up next. Let's see what you need to be ditching and leaving in 2025. What is your baggage? Let's get into it. The Libra Collective. What baggage do they need to be ditching for 2025, Spirit? Please and thank you. Two cards coming out. We taking them. Oh yeah, I'm seeing a little indecisiveness. Okay, Six of Swords is here. Okay, Six of Swords came out for the collective, as I said earlier. So there's been a few other signs who have gotten this. Capricorn being one. I think Pisces was another. So could be resonant. Could be relevant. Is what I'm trying to say. It's late, 5:42 a.m. on the clock. All right, so yeah, we have the Six of Swords here, which is, wanting to get a peace of mind, get away from, things that worry you or stress you out. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here right beside it. So it's already letting me know that what you need to be leaving behind is, I feel like multitasking, too many priorities, too many things that stress you out, trying to juggling, okay? Yeah, I'm going to pull the rest of the cards so we get into the storyline. But on the bottom is your energy, Libra, Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. Very practical, very logical here. All right. I feel like a lot of you are just been kind of piling things onto your own plate, and then you want to like get away. Like, oh, okay, I'm out of here. This is too much. Yeah. All right. So let's see what would help you. What supports you, Libra, in leaving this energy behind? Yeah, it does. It definitely seems like you have a lot of priorities, whether these are things that you bought on yourself, no tea, no shade, or whether these are things that just happen to fall in your lap that you don't say no to. That people pleasing type of energy that you guys be carrying. Okay. Something about you, stepping into your own energy here with the Queen of Swords, being practical, being logical. Some of you may think that you can do everything. Maybe you it's like when you bite off more than you can chew. So some of you need to, it's just like be practical. Like you know you really can't do all of that. Or if you pile on too much, you don't have the time. This is going to drain you. You know that it's something different that you need to do. Okay. So let's see. What supports you? What do you need to do, Libra, to release this? Leave it in 2025. Thank you, Spirit. We got positivity. So y'all out here being a little negative Nancy's. All right. It says the importance of having positive thoughts lies not only in their specific inspirational content, but also in the absence of negative thoughts that they affect. Let me say that again. The importance of having positive thoughts lies not only in their specific inspirational content, but also in the absence of negative thoughts that they affect. Okay, so negativity is a damaging demotivator and a needless waste of resources. And we should aim to replace it with positivity wherever we can by forming and repeating simple positive affirmations. We can focus on our strengths. Okay, build up our motivation and strengthen your self-esteem, Libra. All right, so the affirmation is, I am good at what I do. I am in control of my own success and happiness. Do not let others influence your happiness. Do not let other people or outside situations influence your mood, how you value yourself, how you see yourself, make you doubt yourself, second guess. Okay, it puts you in a negative mindset, and you need to replace that negative energy, negative thinking with positive thinking, a positive mindset, positivity, however you can. Stay positive. And that will take a lot of stress off of your mental, because even though this Two of Pentacles is like worrying about, because the Pentacles is money and building upon a foundation, so it's something that you have been doing. Probably some of you probably been overworking, whether this is like clocking into a job or career, overworking, trying to build those pentacles, trying to secure that foundation or security in whatever aspect, whatever part of your life that is, Libra. But by doing so, I do feel like you overthink things and you stress yourself out, and then you're like, oh, I want to be stress-free. I need a break. I need a peace of mind. But definitely step into your own energy. Be positive. Be practical. In other words, how are you going to let somebody come in and make you self-doubt yourself? Like, be for real. It's something about the situation that don't even make sense in the first place. All right, let's see how this plays out in your life, though. Let's pull one card and see what is the situation. Yep, period. I already knew it. Squad, your co-workers, your family, your friends. These people, something about them that makes you feel some type of negativity. So maybe they are haters. Maybe you don't feel supported by them. Maybe they give you too many things to do. Maybe they got too many requests. I don't know what it is, but you need to stay positive. You don't need to let your squad make you feel any type of way, especially not stressed out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a card. Let's get some wisdom here. Let's get a message for what comes in. What comes in for you, Libra? When you begin to think positive. Honesty. That's interesting. Honesty comes in for you once you become positive. I believe what this honesty is before I even read this card, because I don't get this card too much. I really forgot it was even in this deck. But what comes in for you, I feel like the perspective of this honesty is once you become positive, Once you start being practical and logical with these people and about these situations mentally, I feel like you will be seeing the truth. You will see things for what they are. You'll be honest with yourself. You'll get clarity. And I feel like this clarity is going to tell you something about how valuable you are, how proud of yourself you need to be. At least, at the bare minimum, how you don't need to self-doubt yourself. Like, don't self-doubt. Don't second-guess yourself. So it says the angels ask you to offer your true self up to the world and search for the truth. Act upon the truth and tell the truth. Even when it may not make you popular. Say what you think and think what you say, Libra, point blank in the period. The affirmation is, I am truthful. I speak my truth honestly. So when it comes to your family and your friends and they're saying things or doing things to make you feel overwhelmed, to make you feel negative, be honest with them. Be honest with yourself about the situation and speak up. Speak up. Because that's what the Queen of Swords do. That's what the Queen of Swords does. I'm so focused on the legging. That's what the Queen of Swords does. She's like a judge. That's right. That's wrong. Like, balancing the scales. Fairness. No filter. Definitely don't mind telling somebody what it is. It doesn't have to be in a nasty way. I mean, it can be, I ain't gonna say mean. It could just be very direct. Because that's what the swords is. So it could be very direct, very blunt. And that's what you need to do because that's your natural energy. All right. That's what I got for you, Libra. Okay. So, positive thinking. Scorpios. Let's see what's going on. What y'all need to be ditching, leaving behind. What is old news for the collective of the Scorpios? What no longer serves them? What is the baggage they need to leave behind? Spirit, please and thank you. Yeah, flip right on out. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is the energy of feeling defeated or feeling like you have to compete. And then when you don't win, so to speak, it's like I want to give up. So you could be feeling betrayed. You could be feeling side up as well. You could be feeling like somebody threw you up under the bus. That's that type of energy that you need to be ditching. On the bottom is Three of Pentacles. So this definitely involves other people. I'm kind of feeling co-workers because we got the Three of Pentacles. It's not like Three of Cups, which would be, the people you care about with the cups and the emotions. This is like your business partners, your co-workers. All right. I'm just hearing stuff about work. Okay, the Hermit here is on the bottom, Virgo energy, the energy of isolation. Okay, we're going to keep going. But I am intuitively already picking up that some of you may be feeling like competition at work or isolating, I don't know, from people, business partners. It's like you feeling hopeless or giving up. Maybe feeling outdone. It's like a situation where you feel like, well, I did all the work and somebody else got the credit or somebody else got the promotion. I don't know. We're going to see. What supports Scorpio? What helps them release this Five of Swords energy? Thank you. We have growth. All right. So you guys, you grow. You need to grow in some type of way. Okay. Growth. And see how this is playing out for you guys. What are the situations? This Five of Swords taking place. What does this relate to, Scorpio? Taking the blame, placing the blame. I'm hearing that. All right, so what comes out? Time, delay, procrastination, and too busy. On the bottom, fed up, over it, not having it, frustrated. Yeah. Fed up with not having enough time. Fed up with things not happening in the time that you want them to happen. So what is it like? Fuck it. Forget it. I give up. Yeah. Okay. I give up. I'm going home. I'm going to my corner. I'm not talking to y'all. These are all the things I'm hearing. So let's see what growth says. It says, for every experience we have in life, from the delightful to the terrible, can contribute to our overall enlightenment. Life is full of tests, both big and small, and whatever the results are, we can always take something from it to help us learn about ourselves and the impact that we have on others. Being open to the lessons increases your emotional intelligence and your ability to analyze situations with clarity. You know? So the affirmation is, I embrace the lessons of life. Every day is an opportunity to improve. So I feel like I feel defeated when it comes to a business partner, collaborating with anybody. This could definitely be like, I'm gonna say, it could be friends, it could be anybody that you know, collab with, but it's giving networking, it's giving, I don't know, it's just like co-workers or secret competitors. You know, maybe you don't be like, yeah, we compete, and it's not said, but it's more of like, oh, I'm gonna outdo this person. Okay, so that could be a little bit immature. So maybe that's why growth is here. It's like, learn from your lessons. Because I'm feeling like when y'all do compete, I ain't gonna say every time, but I'm picking up heavy, like when y'all do compete and then you lose. Or even sometimes some people, they cheat. So maybe you feel cheated or betrayed. But instead of you like taking something from that to improve for the next time, to learn from it and level up, some of you could be like, I give up. Yeah. Okay. Straight like that. So you need to leave behind that type of mentality. Don't be so quick to give up. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Okay. And also, do grow from people in situations where you are always being set up, or from people that have shown you multiple times that they do not have your best interests at heart. Okay, this could be like frenemies. Okay, let's get a message for you. What comes in for you? Not 5:56 and you up. All right, Scorpio. So what comes in for you once you can once you get out of this frustration, once you get over this attitude, is what I'm gonna call it. Leave behind this so quick to getting your feelings type of energy behind. What comes in for Scorpio spirit, please and thank you. Oh, paying attention. We got to pay attention. Okay, so let's see. On the bottom, we got patience. Oh, okay. It just clicked. Once you get with this mentality of, F it, or I'm not gonna just deal with you. I'm just cut you off. I'm tired of this type of I'm fed up type of energy. You will be able to get that clarity. Remember, it says being open to the lessons increases your emotional intelligence and your ability to analyze situations with clarity. Pay attention, have some patience, and that's one thing. That's when you beat the competition. That's when you will get the motivation and the ambition back, the drive back. Okay, so it says, do you focus on what's wrong in your life? We were just talking about that. It says the angels encourage you to pay close attention to the good stuff, be grateful for it, and celebrate it. What you focus your attention on, whether you want it or not, Scorpio, is what you will become a match for. You will attract it. So the affirmation is, each and everything I do is worthy of my time and attention. Meaning, if it's not worthy of your time and your attention, leave it there. So I'm hearing, don't be petty. Don't compete. Don't try to prove yourself. Because then, say you do win, okay, you win, but maybe you make people that definitely want to set you up, pissing people off. Or say if you don't win, now you feeling like, well, I ain't talking about you. You feeling all kind of mean and hateful, and got an attitude, chip on your shoulder. Okay, so yeah, just know that you don't have to, well, you already know that, but definitely each and everything you do is worthy of your time and attention, and that's it. That's all. Leaving behind this competitiveness, this type of energy of giving up and I'm gonna get you back and revenge, all of that. Leave that in 2025 because it's not a match anymore. You don't have nothing to prove. You don't have to compete. Any of that. Growing, growth, learn and keep it pushing. Okay, transformation. Time for that new cycle, babe. All right, Sagittarius. What is the baggage that you guys need to be leaving behind as a collective in 2025? Spirit guides. Oh, I seen the Hangman. That's delays. Okay, something could be holding you back. You could be causing your own delays. One card for Sagittarius. The baggage need to be left behind. Okay, so we got the Sun card here. This is happiness and joy and things like that. So the only thing else this is youthfulness, and it deals with children. So it could be something about being childish. All right, we're gonna see how this plays out. Ten of Pentacles here. This also could be something dealing with your family. Dealing with your family. Here, like trauma with family, childhood trauma, something about the family and childhood trauma is what I'm picking up intuitively. Something about happiness or not being happy as a child. So it's like something that happened as a child or something about being childish, but it definitely is something about the family too. So if it is the perspective of, quite frankly, no tea, no shade, that you need to, mature a little bit more, Sag, then this is like, you need to, it's in a sense of you need to get more grounded and serious about your long-term financial security, stability, period. Okay? Are you making moves that will, set you up in the long run? Okay? Are you out here acting young and running wild and it's time to get serious? Okay? Others of you, as I said, this is something to do with like childhood trauma. We're going to get into it. So, leaving this behind in 2025. All right. What would help, Sag, leave this energy or the situation behind in 2025? I got to put this together. I don't know what we got going on here, Sag. It says forgiveness. Yeah, something with the family here. It says being hurt or betrayed is not nice, but it is in our own best interest to forgive. Holding on to feelings of resentment not only weighs down your mind, but it can start to show in your physical. So by forgiving those who have let us down in the past, we show ourselves that we are in control of our feelings, meaning you, obviously. And it says you free your mind towards the positives. Oh, it says, and we free our mind towards the positives of the present and the future. Okay, that's exactly what it says. I don't know why they typed it like that. Let me read that last part again. By forgiving those who have let us down in the past, we show ourselves that we are in control of our feelings, and we free our minds towards the positive things, that's include, of the present and the future. So freeing your mind will help you think more positive about your present moment and, the future that's ahead of you. So the affirmation is, I have compassion for others and forgive them for their mistakes. By forgiving others, I take control of my emotions. So some of you definitely dealing with some family trauma here. Something that has, whether it was past or whether it's been recent or whatever, there is some ties here to the family where something about it makes you unhappy. Stole your joy, stole your happiness. Whether, like I said, it was a long time ago or now. Okay, so let's see. Forgiveness. Let's see how this is playing out for you, Sag. What is this tied to? What's going on here? Spirit, please and thank you. What's the T? Lust. On the bottom, we have karmics. Okay, so it says greed, bareback, inconsiderate. Okay, so somebody, whether this is you or this has happened to you, you've experienced this from family. We have lust here. Somebody's being greedy. Somebody's being inconsiderate. I mean, obviously this could be intimate type of lust, but it also could just be with somebody when they see something, like say for example money. It's like, ooh, that's, they get turned on by the money. Don't care how they get it, whether it's the intimacy or the money or something else. I don't care how I get it, I want it. Okay, it definitely deals with karmics, third parties, haters, and lessons learned. So you've definitely been here, done this. This is not the first rodeo. But it's like you keep going in some type of cycle. And that's why I said it could be something where it's like generation to generation. My mom, for example, it could be something, I was just going to say, kinky ways on the bottom. It could be like, my mom had several, or my dad had several. They had options. This person cheated, that person cheated. Or it could be a situation where, somebody's parents cheated and, okay, camera. It could be a situation where somebody's parents cheated. There was a divorce. Maybe, you have some resentment there towards a parent. Especially if you come from a broken household, where like somebody needs to be forgiven. Okay. No matter if this is you or them, however this falls, there's definitely been some greedy type of situation going on here for a while. Whether this is generations in the family, whether this is keeping you from having your own family, but something is definitely, I feel like, stealing your happiness. Stealing it, taking it. If you are the one that is being lustful and, in this type of toxic cycle, say you are operating in this energy, I feel like this still connects something, like it connects back to your family. And it's like you're moving like this. You're moving like this to kind of like numb the pain, or kind of, some of you is like, well, this is all I know. Others of you is like, you hurt by it. So hurt people. Okay, that's mostly what I'm getting out of that for the collective. I want to clarify this sun card. Y'all don't know what I had to do this for, because why would we be leaving behind the sun card? Clarify the sun card for what needs to be left behind. Please and thank you, Spirit. Family again. King of Swords on the bottom. King of Swords is being very practical and logical and doing what this is the type of mindset you will use if you are a judge and you have to be like, okay, I can't let my emotions get in the way of the situation. I got to be honest. I got to be fair. How are you going to be the King of Swords here with the Ten of Cups? That's very cold-hearted. Some of you, this could be a father. Okay, something about the father here is what I'm picking up too within the family. Very specific. Somebody could be following in the footsteps of their father. My father made a lot of children. He had a lot of women. Even if you are a female, you could be attracted to men that do this. Okay, apply as it resonates. But definitely something to do with the father figure here, being cold or not loving at all. Just more like, I'm a provider. I do it make sense. I pay the lights, the light bill. I pay the bills. I feed you. I clothe you. Like, what else do you want from me? That's crazy. And somebody's very unsatisfied. So somebody's definitely having an issue with, I'm feeling like father issues here. So you need to leave old trauma, old father issues, absent father, family wounds. Okay. You need to end that so that it doesn't carry into the next generation, because I'm feeling like this is something kind of heavy. All right. Y'all definitely need to stay tuned. Subscribe to this channel, because that is the deepest reading I've had all night, and it's the last one. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull this last card for what comes in for you, Sag, once you do this forgiving of this family wounds, family trauma, forgiving your dad. So reading up is coming out. It says doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. So once you forgive, I feel like the key word here or phrase is gaining insight. You will get more clarity. You will get more wisdom. You will get more knowledge. You will get some type of awakening, some type of it's like it's a lesson that you'll learn. Okay, it's a lesson that you will learn. Maybe you forgive and then you have a heart-to-heart conversation. Maybe you can get some more understanding, because this is like when someone doesn't know enough and they need to know more. That was not even the deck I was supposed to use, but same. Okay, the actual deck. No, it's time for me to get off. Boundaries is the card you're supposed to be getting, which there are no coincidences, so you definitely will get that clarity and you definitely get peace and understanding about the situation. So I feel like it doesn't go into the next generation. But yes, boundaries. So the angels want you to remember, if you keep prioritizing the needs of others and ignore your own, then things might fall apart. For once, Sag, love yourself and do the things that please you, no matter what others say. So I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. Okay? Some of you, like I said earlier, is definitely dealing with father issues, walking in those same footsteps. But others of you, from what this is saying, this is what comes in after you forgive. Okay, you are able to set boundaries. If it definitely feels like there needs to be some type of boundary set. Maybe you got a toxic family, Sage. I don't know. Somebody in the family is toxic. Something needs to be released. Somebody needs to change their ways, and if they don't, you're gonna have to set up these boundaries. That align with your value and your worth. Okay, stop putting other people's needs over yours. Stop sacrificing your feelings to save theirs. Okay, so that's that. We are finally at the end. I'm getting ready to sign off right here, but you guys make sure you subscribe, because next I have the monthlies. They're going to be slowly coming in. I'm going to be uploading those, and definitely the first week of January is coming as well, so don't want to miss your forecast. Like I told you, I'm going to keep you on your toes, so keep it aligned, keep it fresh, keep it cute. Happy 2026. I will see y'all in the next one. Love you. Bye.